everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of the Major Rundown. Remember, every week it's all about Millsaps athletics. The Major Rundown is on the air every single Wednesday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Also, you can catch us on the web at gomajors.com and on the Millsaps Athletics YouTube channel. This is the last episode of this semester's Major Rundown, and we're going to preview the men's basketball team by visiting with Coach Tim Wise and a few of the key basketball players.
Effort, tenacity, intensity. What play is going to help us win a game?
But first, as you see the football field behind me and living in the South, you know it's football season all year long. We're also going to preview the football season for next year with Coach Aaron Pelch. And as promised, here's head coach Tim Wise previewing the men's basketball season.
Everybody up, let's go.
What are some of the things that they can look forward to with the program, some guys to watch out for? I mean, what can we expect from the majors here over this next 10 games?
Well, we run a motion offense where our 4s and 5s, where our forwards are screeners and blockers, but also are then dive into the post. With that motion offense, where we're teaching kids, then our cutters, how to read screens, how to move without the ball, we feel like you get better at that over the course of time. Whether you can do, where set plays, you might get efficient at some, but those things can be defended and scouted. So a motion offense with, again, quality shots and quality taking care and valuing the ball. Defensively, our philosophy at this point, and we don't see it changing too much, is fits our strengths as far as less pressure, certainly in the back court and even the front court. We're going to try to protect the glass, protect the goal as a unit, and be more in a pack situation, which helps us in our rebounding. We certainly apply ball pressure, but we are certainly a pack man-to-man team. Individuals, like I said, we have a rotation of 9 right now. All of our juniors are in that rotation. Nick Cortez, a senior, is in that rotation. And then 3 sophomores that we have high hopes for, and they're already producing now. But seeing very good positive things from some newcomers. Our starting postman Brandon Allison, who's a junior, who's playing just his second year of basketball and really his first competition at the college level. And seeing positive signs there. Kevin Wilson, Jackson Griffon, 2 sophomores that have not were not in the rotation last year, have certainly shown some bright spots for us in their play. And also Ryan Berger is a junior who played and started probably half the starts last year and had good minutes and certainly had double-digit rebounds. And we know Ryan also will add very much to our rebounding abilities and with his aggressiveness and athleticism. And Sterling Thomas also has grasped that, at least early on here, for us, from a big athletic guard at about 6'2", 200, and his ability to help us out and have some production with his rebounding offensively and defensively. Right now we're playing 3 guards in that rotation. Murray Kastner, a junior who has started off the gates very well. I believe he's shooting 50% from behind the arc, but Murray can do other things as well, as far as handling the ball and as far as his vision and also scrapping for some rebounds as well on the offensive and defensive end. But Tully and Nick would be the 2 most experienced guards, and so like I said, it's a rotation of 3 with Nick coming in and playing at the 1 as well as Tully, and then Nick playing at the 2. We have a couple young freshmen that we are working in slowly and not trying to give them too much, but also trying to, in this preseason time before conference play, see who can help us and get ready. Nick Cortez is a senior for us from Lafayette, Louisiana, that has played since his stepping on campus. He's been a starter for most of his career as a sophomore and junior, but certainly been in the rotation and played every ball game and been a valuable part of that. Nick has very good vision. He has very, very, very good understanding. He's not just smart in the classroom. Sometimes that doesn't equate on the court. Nick has both of those. He's done extremely well as a student athlete, academically at Millsaps, and then his knowledge and understanding of the game from being the youngest of 4 brothers, and also having a very strong high school coach and program down in Lafayette at St. Thomas More prepared Nick well, and he understood the things at the college level and didn't have to adapt. Nick shoots the ball well. He is, as Coach Rogan, our assistant, describes, very crafty at being able to get into the lane, create for himself and create for others. We post Nick up as well because he understands, one, how to get himself open, and then again how to draw contact when he's on the block and score. The left-handed part of that adds a little bit to it, but Nick provides very strong leadership for us.
Do you judge a season by wins and losses, developing a team for the next year? What defines a successful year for you, Coach Rogan, in the Millsaps program?
We don't set goals as far as number of wins, as far as a conference championship. We certainly look at the next one and the next game. We talk to our players about the next best action on the court, or the next best action in their lives, and the next step that they take, knowing that we're going to make mistakes. So we don't, because of those factors, we don't judge a successful season by a number of wins. I think, well, for me, I mean, coaching and teaching is to see kids improve. And that is the goal that we have, is an improvement from an individual standpoint, and then ultimately the team improves. So that is the course and the path that we want to chart, the improvement throughout the season, and the solid play that we eliminate things that gets us beat, eliminate things that prevents us from improving on a daily basis. That's how we define success. I think success is, it's certainly, again, Coach Wooden talked about it, a peace of mind and knowing that you did your best to become the best that you're capable of becoming. And with that in mind, it's a lot more than the scoreboard and the wins and losses. They certainly, our kids play to win, and we play to win, and we hope we build a mentality that kids find ways to win, and also hate to lose. That's something that we also try to build, in a toughness and a resolve mentality.
It's a new day in Jackson television. We are Metro TV, serving Madison, Rankin, and Hinds counties with a local flavor. It's all about local people, local places, local events, local business, and local fun. You'll see your friends, your neighbors, and your family on Metro TV. Our goal is to showcase the positive aspects of life in the Jackson metro area, from Brandon and Pearl to Madison, Ridgeland, Flowood, Clinton, Raymond, and Jackson. We'll provide professional quality, informative, entertaining, and fun programming specifically serving the Tri-County metro area. So get to know us. We are Metro TV.
Welcome back, everybody. As we continue previewing this year's basketball team, I was able to sit down with a few of the key players, and here's what they had to say. How have you grown as a player since your freshman year to now?
I think one of the biggest adjustments coming from high school to college is the pace of the game. You know, it's a much faster game in college, much more physical game in college. So you have to adapt to those things. And it takes that year. I think it takes at least your first year here or anywhere as a freshman playing a college sport to adapt to the new game and get yourself ready to play.
Where did you go to high school?
I went to St. Thomas More. It's a private school in Lafayette, Louisiana.
What was your role on that team?
Well, as a senior, I was the leader of the team. So being the only senior here, you know, I had some experience there, which I'm able to pull from, which is nice. My role on that team, you know, played a lot of minutes, contributed a lot to what we did on the court and off the court, and took a lot of pride in that. So it's something that I'm trying to bring here as a senior.
So Nick, do you like to shoot?
I mean, it's my job here, so I try to do it as best as I can, yeah.
What's your favorite kind of shot?
Well, I mean, of course, as a shooter, I love the three-point shot. But I take pride in being able to post up smaller guys and work them on the block. So it's a lot of fun. So,
what's your favorite move to get that shot you want?
I guess coming off a flare screen.
Can you talk about what that is?
Yeah, it's coming in, setting your guy up. A guy will come and kind of like a back screen in some ways. Come and set a screen on your man from behind him, taking him off guard, coming off that screen, either shooting a three or taking that ball, ripping it, and getting to the goal or pulling up for a two.
What's your favorite athlete? Your favorite basketball player?
I guess I'll say Dirk for the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah.
What about him makes him special besides his hair?
Well, I mean, he's 7 feet tall. He's skilled. He can shoot. I think the finals 2 years ago showed that he can carry a team.
What is it that drives you? What's your motivation to play the game?
I just love to compete, you know. I like getting out there and battling and trying my best every time. And I feel like if you're not striving to be the best and not working hard, then why do it, you know? So that's what I like to do. I like to just continue to get better and better every day.
Do you have any special memories from playing basketball in high school?
Just the whole experience. I mean, it was just a good 4 years there, and I had a lot of good friends, played with them all through middle school, and then it was fun playing with them in high school and then playing in playoffs and a lot of good battles going on there. It was just a great time.
Were y'all successful?
Oh yeah, we had a good team. I think we had about 5 or 6 actual players that went and played college basketball on my senior year team, so we had a pretty good team.
What was your role on that team?
My role was probably a leader, vocal leader, high energy guy. I was looked upon to score a lot, good shooter, play solid defense. We were a full court pressing team, so everyone had to play defense a lot, so that's pretty much what it was.
Did that same role carry over to playing basketball at Millsaps?
Yeah, I think so. I think I like to be a leader on the court and get everyone going, be high energy, make sure that everyone's ready to go and ready to play, and then also I like to shoot the basketball. So.
You haven't had one game where you just couldn't miss?
In high school, I had one game, I think I had 7 3-pointers, something like that. That was a good feeling.
Who's your favorite basketball player?
Well, I always grew up a big Pistol Pete fan. You know, I like just watching him play, but I also enjoy watching Ryan Berger play. I think he's just a great athlete and can soar up there, get those rebounds, and I enjoy watching him.
Where did you go to high school?
Brother Martin High School. It's in New Orleans, Louisiana. It's an all-boys Catholic school.
Did you play basketball there?
I did. Yeah, I played on the varsity team my junior and senior years.
And how did that go for you?
My senior year, we won the state championship. We were ranked, I think, 7th or 8th in the state at one point, and you know, Cinderella story. We made it to the championship game and had like a 20-point comeback in the second half to win the final.
What role did you play on the team in high school?
I guess I was more of a rebounder, kind of role player. I wasn't a big scorer, but you know, we had other guys that did that for us.
How has the transition been from high school to here at Millsaps?
I'd say freshman year was pretty difficult. The college game is a lot faster than high school, and I physically wasn't, you know, able to keep up with the rest of the players, so it was a bit of transition.
What's your favorite thing to do down there?
I love to rebound. Rebounding is definitely my favorite. Jumping as high as you can, pursuing the ball, is my favorite.
Are you a defensive kind of guy or an offensive kind of guy?
I'm probably defensive kind of guy. Just you know, like hustle plays and rebounding and just, you know, fighting down there in the paint.
Did you have any kind of role model growing up while playing?
Not, I guess, like professional basketball player would be Kobe Bryant. You know, he's got a great work ethic, and he's just a winner. He's always been one of my favorite players.
Who's your favorite rebounder in the league?
Probably Dwight Howard now. I'm a Lakers fan, so Dwight to LA was a big deal for me.
What was your role in that high school team?
I played point guard, just a distributor.
Has that transitioned to here at Millsaps?
Yeah, this is my main role on our team now, is just getting people open shots, basically.
What was the most difficult thing to adjust to playing at a higher level in college?
Speed. Everyone's faster. That's basically what I noticed. You got to play a lot harder.
What's the role that you try to fill as a point guard?
I'm trying to be a leader, try and get everyone where they need to be, set people up, put people in good positions to succeed, pretty much. That's what I try to do.
When you're out on a court, what do you enjoy doing the most?
Getting fast break points. Yeah, pushing the ball and getting easy buckets.
Do you have a role model, maybe in the NBA or back home?
My favorite player is Russell Westbrook, for sure.
Why is that?
Because he's an explosive point guard, and I try to play a lot like him. Just mid-range game, setting people up, and playing really reckless, basically.
What's your favorite shot?
Mid-range pull-up, off the dribble.
Can you create space for your own shots?
Yeah, definitely.
What's your favorite move to do that?
In and out crossover.
What improvements do you want to make personally by this time next year?
I'd like to get my turnovers down, and I'd like to be a better three-point shooter.
You have an interesting role here at Millsaps basketball. Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, so I came here in the fall of 2009 and played for 2 seasons for Coach Wise, and then left, went to my hometown and worked as a varsity basketball assistant coach at a high school, and realized I missed Millsaps a little bit, and Coach Wise called me, and he knew I was thinking about coming back and said, you know, love to have you work as a member of the staff as an assistant coach. I said, I'm not going to say no to that, so came back this year, and I'm finishing up my degree and working for Coach Wise and Coach Rogan as a member of the staff.
What was it about Millsaps that you missed?
The people, no doubt. Great people. The guys on the team, you know, miss being around them and going to practice every day with those guys, and figured, you know, I got 2 more years to get my degree. Might as well spend it with these guys that I like being around so much.
What are the main differences between playing basketball and coaching basketball now?
Obviously, you know, the preparation is totally different from game to game. Now my preparation for a game is watching the other team, watching us, figuring out how we're going to score, how we're going to stop them from scoring, all those kind of things, versus when you're playing, you're more focused on, you know, how am I shooting, how am I passing, all that kind of stuff. Now I'm worrying about 12 to 15 guys versus just worrying about really myself. As many players do, thinking about how I'm going to play. Now I'm worried about how the whole team's going to play. It's a different role for sure.
And talking to some of your upper class players, they feel that they've arrived, that this year will be the year they can make their mark. What do you think?
You know, obviously we have a lot of potential to be better this year than we have in the past. We're a little bit more dynamic. We can get out in the open court a little bit more. but by no means have we arrived yet. There's a lot more work to be done. Got to win games, and then you can say you've arrived. So, you're going to keep pushing those guys to get better and see where we can go, see where we can be in February. That's when we'll know how good we are, how good we can be in the coming years.
What's the one thing in your mind that if you do right, y'all can win games?
Defensive rebound. I think that is one of the biggest keys in basketball because any team can shoot it and miss it. But if they get 3 or 4 chances on each possession to put the ball in the hole, their chances of scoring increase exponentially. So if we can get that first miss on that first defensive rebound and then now we get to go play offense, we're going to be a much better team than if we didn't get that first defensive rebound.
It's a new day in Jackson Television. We are Metro TV, serving Madison, Rankin, and Hinds counties with a local flavor. It's all about local people, local places, local events, local business, and local fun. You'll see your friends, your neighbors, and your family on Metro TV. Our goal is to showcase the positive aspects of life in the Jackson metro area, from Brandon and Pearl to Madison, Ridgeland, Flowood, Clinton, Raymond, and Jackson. We'll provide professional quality, informative, entertaining, and fun programming specifically serving the Tri-County metro area. So get to know us. We are Metro TV.
Gentlemen, please stand and greet the homestanding Hilltop College Majors as they take the field under head coach Aaron Pelch.
Let's already look toward next year. Personnel-wise, what do you lose? What do you get coming back?
Touchdown, Majors!
Well, we obviously lose a quarterback who is a big part of what we do. We lose a couple receivers. Keegan Joplin, all-conference player. We lose him. On defense, we lose some Russell Pellicino, another all-conference player, kid that we thought played really, really well this season. Jeb White, who was one of the best tacklers, the top tacklers in the league for the last 3 years, and one of the top tacklers on our team for the last 3 years, and very, very productive. Those are two of the main pieces, or a few of the main pieces that we lose. But coming back, our entire defensive line, 4 defensive linemen were all conference. They're all coming back. We didn't graduate any seniors from the defensive line group. We've got some linebackers that played a lot this year that'll be coming back. Eric Martin, a freshman who we thought played pretty well in a limited role, and Dustin Harsher, who played a lot of football for us this year, and Garrett Coble is another player that played really well for us early on, and then got injured and had to sit out the rest of the season. So we've got some good linebackers coming back in the defensive backfield. We did lose Greg Blazier, a guy that started for us at corner, did a really heck of a job for the last couple of years, really, and he'll be replaced hopefully. We've got some young players that are competing for that spot. Telvin Keys and Jorg Battle that'll be coming back, and Jonathan Moore, corner. He's been an all-conference player the last couple of years in a row, and he's truly a guy that we feel very confident in one-on-one matchups, and has done a heck of a job for us. And then Nick Arnold, another all-conference player, kid that I thought did really, really well this season and really grew up. He'll be back as well. So we return a good amount of guys with a lot of playing experience, a lot of time on the football field. And we'll have to fill some holes and create some competition at some spots, and some guys will have to grow up a little bit on the defensive side of the ball for us to be good. But we feel pretty good about that. On the offensive side of the ball, obviously the quarterback, we've got 2 young ones right now that'll be competing for the starting spot coming back. Our running back situation, I think, is good right now. Mike Bartholomew had a heck of a year, was an all-conference player, and Taz Watson played really, really well behind him. And we'll have a senior next year in Jet Williams, who he'll add a little bit to the mix. And then we've got a freshman that got injured early this season, Jalen Jones, who only played in the Mississippi College game and then got hurt for the rest of the season there. That'll be coming back, who we think is got potential to be an outstanding player in this league. He just didn't get to play much this year, unfortunately, due to the injury. At offensive line, you know, with the two departures of the two all-conference seniors that we have, Nathan Quick and Kyle McDonald, we'll have some holes to fill there. But we still return 3 offensive linemen that have started or seen extensive time, with Kyle Skeen, who is another all-conference player, and Charlie Sagan and Grayson Smothers. You know, so 3 guys right there that'll really anchor us, and we've got a couple other guys that'll be battling for those guard positions, and some guys that have had a lot of time and experience, and some young guys that'll have to grow up and get better. So feel pretty good about that, really. And our wide receiving core, I think, is going to be good. You know, I mean, Trevor King played outstanding this year. You know, we lose a couple seniors out of that group, but Xander Romano really played well, especially towards the end of the season. And Trevor King again, and Jamie Edwards saw a lot of time as a freshman, and so there's some guys I think that'll really be good. And then, you know, with the tight ends and the fullbacks, Taylor Morris I thought had an outstanding season and really played well. And the 2 tight ends, Dustin Garrick and Matt Wall, I think will be battling for a lot of time. So I'm naming a lot of names here, but I think what's important is we I think have gotten to a situation here on this football team where we've got a lot of guys coming through the program that are contributors. We played a lot of guys when they were young, freshmen and sophomores. They're going to be coming back as you know, seniors and juniors this next year, and so we're excited about, you know, that. And as many seniors we had that were productive that left, we've got a lot of young players I think that'll step up and do well next year. So we're excited about it.
So offensively, do you stick with the no-huddle, fast-paced offense, or is that determined by the personnel and how the quarterbacks do?
I think that we'll stick with it. We liked what it did for us this year, and we liked the production that we got out of it, and the excitement, you know, from the players and the fans and things like that. So I think there's definitely a place for that in what we're going to do next year.
It's a new day in Jackson television. We are Metro TV, serving Madison, Rankin, and Hinds counties with a local flavor. It's all about local people, local places, local events, local business, and local fun. You'll see your friends, your neighbors, and your family on Metro TV. Our goal is to showcase the positive aspects of life in the Jackson metro area, from Brandon and Pearl to Madison, Ridgeland, Flowood, Clinton, Raymond, and Jackson. We'll provide professional quality, informative, entertaining, and fun programming specifically serving the Tri-County metro area. So get to know us. We are Metro TV.
Hey Major fans, as I mentioned earlier, this is our last show this semester, but there's a lot to look forward to next semester as we cover all the spring sports, such as baseball, lacrosse, tennis, golf, and also finishing up basketball season. I'm Hugo Cordova, and this is it for this year, but I'll see you next year.